What's up, my precious little pack, and welcome back to VEGA Conflict. Okay, right off the bat, I would like to just say this. That last video set up on the end of the week last week didn't go. The point that I wanted to make was that there's no new major content aside from rewash ships, as I stated. But that's about it. I can't say that they're not bringing new content because it is newer than the stuff that you have to research and whatnot. But it's still a rewash, and what I meant was new ship classes, and I should have stated that more clearly. We haven't seen new ship classes all that often. The Suppressor was a new breath of fresh air. It was a Corvette-style ship, but with cruiser mobility. And at Mark 6, which is the Elite credit, it would have 6 weapon slots, and it's just a nice little ship to have. But that aside, today's video isn't going to be focused on that. It's actually going to be about the ship token riot that happened over the course of the weekend. I went ahead and farmed up everything, started refitting stuff and whatnot. But everything, they doubled everything. That's all they did. So for your effort, you'd get twice as much as what they did before. And I can honestly say that was doable. And I actually had a bit of fun. Only spent an hour in game each day, yesterday and then earlier today. Farmed up everything. I'm just waiting to finish this refit on this ship, and I'll do coverage of the sector strike tomorrow after this ship is done, so I can use my main fleet. But the prize list is the Hellfire battleship would be the main one I'd say to go for anyone. And I still can't think of an honest use for the Legion. I've seen it in action, stuff like that, and to be honest, I don't know why it has the battleship name, because it doesn't have the range bonus or anything like that. It's got nowhere near the weaponry. It's just, it lacks in every aspect. It has no special slots. Overall, I'm not a fan of it. I'll just say that. I'm not a fan of the Legion battleship. So I'd recommend, if you can, get the Hellfire battleship and try and get weaponry for it. The Brimstone torpedo, haven't used it, so I can't say anything about it. Bayonet, haven't used it, don't even have it. Skirmish armor, it's only for the Iron Store Company, but I can at least say this: I do have the Fraser carrier, and I'm currently building stuff up because I'm slowly fitting all my ships to make sure none of them are just blank holes anymore. But it aside, the Skirmisher Armor level 3 is a decent thing to have for the resistance as well as its natural armor, and the resistance doesn't go for the entire armor, so if you add it, it doesn't stack up. Most of you already know that. It stacks up only for the armor itself, so it only boosts its health, not the entirety of the ship, to make it resistant. Next up, targeting computer. Now, I don't have the targeting computer at all, and I didn't really see a point in it ever, even now. It increases the weapon mass, but allows you to spread your damage. Well, I don't like spreading my damage. I like focusing it, even on battleships, on a single target to bring it down as quickly as possible. Next up, bayonet missile turret. Again, never used it, so I don't know how it's like. Frenzied hex missile, well, that's pretty obvious. It's a hex missile. Spectre Wing, that's one I could recommend getting for assisting in base defense. I have it equipped on quite a few things. Other than that, it's just the typical time tokens and resources. Resources I'll have in the first 30 minutes. Then the next hour and a half after I start farming, I'll probably pick up just about everything else in here. But I think that was all, because there's not much else for me to cover. There was no updates or anything like that. I just wanted to point out. So the general idea is the ship token rat that I wanted to talk about. My thoughts on it are the following. It was doable, the rewards were better than they were last time, and I have to wait until after it ends to see if I can trade the intel that was stolen for resources, because if so, then I'll know in the future during the riots to just earn whatever I can. And yes, I'm aware that they made a post. I just haven't bothered to check it out yet because slow weekend, mostly. But if it is tradable, then I'm definitely going to do that because I clearly need some resources to continue upgrading certain things. But that aside, I hope everybody had a very pleasant weekend and continues to have a decent week. I can't say pleasant because most of everybody has to work. But that'll be it for this video, everybody. Just wanted to quickly say all of that, and thank you for any and all support on the VEGA series. It has been extremely fun. I'm going to continue to do so. I'm going to partake a little bit more in community-based activities. I'm going to see if I can actually grow into the game. Never thought I'd hear myself say that. But other than that, I'm going to focus mainly on building my clan up as the small PvE clan for now, with a few PvPers that are focused on beating each other up within the clan. I don't want to start any clan wars or anything like that, of course, guys. But with that also said, I'm slowly refitting ships and stepping up into the next part of the tier. So next time an alien event comes along, don't expect to see my prize list so empty. But as I said before, I'm going to leave it here. If you guys have anything to say so below. What are your thoughts on the time token riot this time around? It was the ship version, of course. Could it be better? Could there have tripled or quadrupled the prizes to make it more enjoyable or relaxing? Could they have made the targets softer? Could they have done an entirely different class of targets to hit? Should they have had in-planet targets and not just sector targets only? Go ahead and say a little bit below. And I'm going to leave it here, and as always, I'll see you all later.